just welcome all of you in today's program. I will just give a brief introduction about the Directorate of Lifelong Learning before I start my program. It's said that higher education and the community must go hand in hand and must have a relation. Whatever we have in this university is actually made possible through the extension of taxes of the common people. So the relation between the two, that's community and higher education, is very important. The Directorate of Lifelong Learning, in this sense, it increases the quality of the life of people by maintaining the relationship between the two communities. By going to their doorsteps, knocking the doors of opportunities, and doing whatever is possible to maintain this relationship. Directorate of Lifelong Learning includes the entire jurisdiction of the Kashmir, excluding Ladakh. So in this issue that this year our department has conducted the examinations in various courses offered to the students. In today's program, we will declare the results and distribute the certificates among the students.
Great scholar said that so long as millions of people live in hunger and ignorance, I hold every man as traitor, who, having been educated at their instance, could not pay least heed towards them. Professor V. R.K. Rao, former Vice Chancellor, University of Delhi, said he was strong believer in social commitment. He said, the university educated people should never feel proud of themselves when they are surrounded by the people who are immersed in ignorance, who are immersed in illiteracy. Hence, this all castigates an obligation upon all of us, upon the privileged persons, upon the educated, to rise above their own individual personal interests and contribute towards the community good. The Directorate of Lifelong Learning, erstwhile Center for Adult Continuing Education and Extension, is exclusively an extension education department. It has carried out plethora of programs in the nook and corner of the valley and has tried to develop a meaningful and sustained rapport between the university and the community. The programs these include the capacity building programs, individual interest promotion programs, quality of life improvement programs, equivalency programs, continuing education programs, capacity building programs, so forth and so on, which have benefited many people in the length and breadth of Kashmir.
At the outset, I must congratulate the director, his team working in the Directorate of Lifelong Learning for doing an excellent job despite having several constraints in terms of space, in terms of budget, and in terms of other things. Ladies and gentlemen, we are conscious of the fact that university has three functions to perform. One is related to teaching, the other one is related to research, and then third is the outreach. Incidentally, we are doing reasonably good in teaching and also good in research, but presumably we have not taken this outreach seriously as it should have been taken. Incidentally, currently there is a lot of emphasis on vocationalization of education, and we need to take advantage of the schemes of the Government of India under which funding is available. We have had we have already submitted a proposal under RUSA wherein there is provision for launching of vocational courses and programs in the university as well. The second important thing is that there is already a scheme available in the University Grants Commission for launch of a bachelor's program in vocational education. Incidentally, we recently had a discussion about the programs that the UGC has launched, and then the Honorable Vice Chancellor desired that this program, this program should be taken up by the Directorate of Lifelong Learning. We have already forwarded the proposal to him, and we expect that he will develop the proposal for this program. Third important thing is, which Honorable Chancellor also stressed in the Research Council meeting, that agreed that you are conducting very good programs, outreach activity is good. But what is the mechanism available with you of evaluating these programs? I mean, he was of this opinion that the DLL needs to remain in contact with these trainees to know as to whether this training that has been imparted to them has been of any help to them or not. Second opinion was that why should you get these programs, say, certified by the national agencies, because there is a national certification board also, so that these boys and girls who take these courses from your DLL, they would be benefited in case the degree is approved by the national vocational agency. That also is very good. Anyway, third thing that comes to my mind is that since we have moved into this choice-based credit system, DLL can also chip in with few of these vocational, small vocational programs, 2 credit, 4 credit, which the students can very easily opt. And then a student, say for example, from any department, if he is interested in taking a course in cutting and tailoring, particularly say home science, they could have a course in cutting and tailoring that could be offered by the DLL. That is how they can also chip in this the choice-based credit system.
ग्लोबलाइजेशन, जिसे आलमगीरियत और आफाकियत भी कहा जाता है, इसने इल्म ता हयात को यकसर एक साइंसी नजरिए तालीम के तौर पर उभारा है. लाइफ लॉन्ग लर्निंग यानी इल्म ता हयात रस्मी और गैर रस्मी यानी तदरीसी और गैर तदरीसी दोनों तरह की तालीमी सरगर्मियों पर मुहित है. इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर रस्मी तालीम का दामन हमारे बच्चों के हाथ से छूट भी जाए, तब भी वो एक ऐसा जरिए तालीम पा सकें जिसे हासिल करके वो समाज में सर ऊपर उठा के जी सकें. और न सिर्फ ये कि वो अपने लिए रोजगार बना सकें, बल्कि दूसरों को भी मुख्तलिफ हुनरमंद सरगर्मियां सिखाकर उनके लिए भी समाज में एक बाइज्जत मकाम पैदा कर सके और मुख्तलिफ फ़नून को बढ़ावा देकर वो एक ऐसे समाज की तश्कील कर सकें जिसमें हर मर्द व ज़न फ़आल हो और कोई भी मर्द या औरत समाज के लिए पैरासाइट यानी बारीगरा न हो. इस बात में कोई शक नहीं कि हमारे समाज में आज भी तालीमी इदारों में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की कमी या गुर्बत और इफलास या दीगर वजूहात की बिना पर रस्मी तालीम की सहूलियात हर फर्द को मैसर नहीं. दूसरी तरफ तेजी से बदलती हुई दुनिया में कंज्यूमरिज्म यानी इफरात और इसराफ ने समाज के लिए ऐसे चैलेंजेस पैदा किए हैं जिनके पेश नज़र समाज का हर फर्द अगर तालीमी या तकनीकी सलाहियतों से बहरावर नहीं तो समाज उसको फौरन रद्द कर सकता है. ऐसे हालात में इल्म ता हयात यानी लाइफ लॉन्ग लर्निंग का नज़रिया वाहिद वो नज़रिया है जिसे न सिर्फ आम करने की ज़रूरत है बल्कि हम सबको इसे कबूल आम अता करने में अपनी हर मुमकिन कोशिश करनी चाहिए. समाज के लिए खिदमतगार हजरात तो पैदा करते हैं, लेकिन उसके साथ ही हम ऊंची ऊंची तालीमें पाकर समाज के लिए बारीगरां भी बन जा सकते हैं. यही वजह है कि हमें आप लोगों पर फख्र है कि आप अपनी उम्र के हर हिस्से में, चाहे आप छोटे हों, बड़े हों, बालिग हों, मुअम्मर हों, उम्र के हर हिस्से में आपने अपने आप को सीखने और सिखाने के लिए पेश रखा है. और आप ही की कोशिशों की वजह से इस समाज में पैरासाइटिस और बारीगरां बने हुए बच्चों और बच्चियों से निजात मिल सकती है.
When I was a student, I learned from one of the greatest historian philosophers of the 20th century, Arnold J. Toynbee, who studied all the civilizations of the world. And he propounded a thesis which is called challenge and response. Briefly speaking, he argued that only those civilizations survive and progress which are able to identify the problems it encounters, with it faces, and is able to respond creatively to those challenges. Those civilizations which have not been able to identify the problems, demands of the time, the challenges of the time, and they are unable to respond creatively to them, they have not survived. This is significantly illustrated by the department which we call today as DLL. This department evolved, grew, and developed in response to the changing demands of the time. At one time, it was called Department of Adult Education, Adult and Continuing Education.
Adult continuing extension education.
But when the times changed, the department felt that we can survive, we can become relevant to the society if we reorient ourselves in response to the changing demands of the time. Therefore, if you compare its mandate, if you compare its programs that it used to launch in the 80s or even early 90s and the programs of today, you will find a huge difference. It is a multi-dimension, it embarks upon multi-dimensional activities. Awareness programs, capacity development programs, skill development programs. In fact, they keep an eye on the problems which the people are facing, particularly the deprived, unprivileged sections of the society. How we can help these people. So the list is with all of you that how different programs they are launching this, they have been working on. This is one important thing that we find. And it's also a lesson for all of us, that we should not stick to what we had been doing some 20 years, and we should reorient ourselves and keep ourselves aware of the changing demands of the time. Then alone our subjects can become relevant, and they can be of some meaning to the society. Secondly, second important insight, which is also second important insight which I gained from the philosophers, as well as which is also my own experience, is that careers should be compatible with one's genetic makeup. This is justice and this is natural. You can progress only, develop only when careers are ascribed to you or you choose them, those careers which are compatible with your own innate capabilities. I have definitely made this remark because I know Dr. G.H. Mir. He was my student. I know him through and through. This job is compatible with his genetic makeup. By nature, he is a social activist. By nature, he has a pang for the downtrodden sections of the society. You may be knowing that he is running an orphanage center at Pulwama. He has a concern for these deprived sections of the society. And this is the reason that, undeterred by so many problems, which I will share with the Vice Chancellor and the Registrar someday, in spite of the fact that his career has not progressed, he is far behind than his contemporaries insofar as career is concerned. That has not come in the way of his making this center a very vibrant center. Sometimes I am puzzled. So I hope that in that way he is my role model, though he is my student. He is my role model. And I hope that he will carry on, and I am sure that the Vice Chancellor and the Registrar will address to his individual problems as well as the problems he may be facing in running these programs, which are of great social significance.
well followed by Shafiqa Akhtar and Shazia Akhtar, Basic Computer, One Academy of Applied Technology, Shopian. Irfana Banu, Zafar Ali Mallaf, एजाज अहमद मत्तू और फिरदौस अहमद से रुकया यूसुफ एंड मुल्ला उमर रफीक से तौसीफ अहमद तांतरे एंड मोहम्मद रफीक खांडे मोहम्मद शफी भट्ट एंड तारिक अहमद शाह शबीर हुसैन हजन कंप्यूटर इंस्टीट्यूट कैलाशपुर अली ERP 9 सिकिल स्कूल सैदा कदल से साइमा हयात इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ IT पुलवामा से सुहेल अहमद मीर डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ लाइफ लॉन्ग लर्निंग से बिलाल अहमद भट्ट एंड जावेद इलियास एजाज यतूफ इलेक्ट्रिशियन हयात इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ IT पुलवामा से इट्स प्लम्बर डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ लाइफ लॉन्ग लर्निंग से मोहम्मद रफीक सोफी एंड इश्तियाक अहमद फारूकी डिजिटल कंप्यूटर इंस्टीट्यूट कैलाशपुरा श्रीनगर से तारिक अहमद एंड आमिर बशीर तारिक अहमद एंड आबिद अहमद LifeLong Learning से Asifa Khan and Sabira will be followed by Basic Computer Directorate of and next is Tally ERP 9 Directorate of LifeLong Learning से Javed Ahmad and Insha Bashir. Come on the dais and receive the certificate from the worthy Vice Chancellor's hand.
I would rather share a fact of my life, what DLL has provided me. When I was in 10th class and my father was out of the town and I couldn't contact him, and ahead it was my 10th class examinations, and for the same I had to pay examination fee. And that's the biggest fact of my life. And I would rather give all the credit of my life to the Department of LifeLong because they have done a tremendous job for me.
Lifelong learning. As the name itself suggests, the learning here is imparted to you for life and throughout. No matter the age, no matter the degrees you have scored, or the places you're from. This department capacitates the youth and even adults with job-oriented trainings to develop entrepreneurship in the state and prepare skilled manpower for the corporate, government, non-government sectors, and other elite services.
I would like to thank DLL department as well Kashmir University to give us such opportunity to do this course, and I think it is the beginning to explore the technological world. These days we cannot success our careers or research or other things without computer knowledge, and DLL gave us this opportunity which will lead us to future careers.
I am a personal proponent of the fact that the university mandate for societal outreach and social appeal is as important as the academics is. And in that context, the kind of excellent work DLL is doing, I believe they are brand ambassadors for the university. I am overwhelmed by the kind of programs they have taken over the last several years of their establishment. And in my heart of hearts, I strongly believe that they are doing the job that I envisaged some other area, some other department in the university to do. I was not aware about DLL functioning, to be honest, and having gone through their outreach programs, I am truly impressed, and I truly believe that this department needs complete support and financial or space-wise support from us. I must emphasize only one thing, that the kind of programs we basically organize have a direct bearing on the skill development of our youth. And the quality and competence of skill among us, the youth, actually reflects the quality and competence of the society. I must urge on DLL director to have these programs run over larger periods of time, unless they have other constraints which they can discuss with registrar and myself. I would also like introduction of courses like 6-month carpentry course, 6 months automobile mechanics course, and take up these kind of courses as benchmarks for DLL, and so as to urge the government of Jammu and Kashmir to recognize these courses as certified courses, such as that if government jobs or government construction jobs come over, they prefer these certified carpenters, certified masoners, certified automobile engineers in preference to people who do not have certification from DLL. I would like DLL director to prepare a comprehensive proposal to the effect, such as that proposal can be taken and discussed with government authorities for larger benefit of the society.